What's the biggest lie you've ever been told? How long did you believe it for? And what was it like when you finally found out the truth? Welcome to this channel. It's time to look at the top 5 biggest lies in history that people still believe. Let's do this one. Number 5. The Great Wall of China is the only human-made structure visible from space. Ever since it was constructed over 2,000 years ago, the Great Wall of China has been considered an incredible feat of engineering and one of the ancient world's most impressive landmarks. Because of its size and age, many people have believed that it's the only human-made structure that can be seen from space. However, this is not true. Astronauts have actually reported that they can see many human structures from space, including airports, highways, and even parking lots. But due to its size and color, the Great Wall of China is actually quite difficult to see from space. In 2012, an article published by the official website of China's government debunked this myth, stating that the Great Wall of China is not the only human creation visible from space, and certainly not the easiest to spot. So who started this rumor and why? No one knows for sure, but many believe it was a way for the Chinese government to draw more tourists to the landmark. Number 4. Ancient Greek and Roman statues were actually brilliantly colored. Most people believe that ancient Greek and Roman statues were bare marble or stone, but this is not true. Historians now believe that most statues were actually brilliantly colored, and that the reason so many are now bare marble or stone is simply because of erosion and weathering over thousands of years. One of the best examples of this is the statue of David by Michelangelo. Most people assume it's just bare marble, but art historians believe it was originally painted a brilliant blue, probably to represent the biblical character's connection to the sky or the sea. Another example is the winged victory statue known as Nike, which was discovered in the ruins of the ancient Greek city of Samothrace. It was originally thought that the statue was made of pure white marble, but closer inspection revealed traces of red, blue, green, and other colors, suggesting that the statue was once brilliantly colored. In fact, many statues were likely brilliantly colored to represent the ideal physical perfection of the ancient Greeks and Romans. Number 3. Christopher Columbus was actually the first European to reach the Americas. On October 12, 1492, after sailing west across the Atlantic Ocean, Italian explorer Christopher Columbus reached land, which we now know to be the Bahamas. He and his crew were the first Europeans to set foot in the Americas in over 1,000 years. However, he was definitely not the first person to reach the Americas. The Vikings had established a settlement in Newfoundland, Canada, around 500 years before Columbus arrived. In fact, there is evidence that the Vikings had explored much of the North American coastline, and had even ventured as far south as modern-day Massachusetts. The reason why Columbus is given credit for discovering the Americas is because he was the first European to reach the Americas and the first to realize that the Earth was round. Number 2. Ancient Thebes once assembled an elite military force consisting of 150 pairs of gay male lovers. According to legend, this elite military force was known as the Sacred Band and was feared throughout Greece for its bravery and skill in battle. The story goes that these lovers were immune to fear and pain, and that they fought until death, proving their bravery by refusing to surrender even when captured. The Sacred Band became a symbol of gay pride and a model for other Greek armies. However, this is nothing but a myth. There is no historical evidence that the Sacred Band ever existed. The story is thought to have originated from a misunderstanding of ancient Thebes' military organization. In reality, ancient Thebes was a military powerhouse, but its army was made up of regular soldiers, not gay lovers. In fact, homosexuality was illegal in ancient Thebes, and soldiers were punished if they engaged in sexual relations. Number 1. The dildo was invented 15,000 years before the wheel. The invention of the wheel is widely credited with transforming human civilization and allowing for the development of cities, states, and empires. Without the wheel, life would be much more difficult, and many of the conveniences we enjoy today would not exist. However, some people have taken this belief to the extreme, claiming that the dildo was invented 15,000 years before the wheel. This claim is based on the discovery of several primitive dildos made from animal bones and other materials. However, there is no evidence that these objects were used as toys or that they were invented. In fact, many archaeologists believe that these objects were simply used for medical or ritual purposes. Thank you for watching. Which of these history lies did you find most interesting? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like these.